Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my August favorites. I actually have a lot of things to talk about, and I actually filmed this intro a few hours ago and then my camera corrupted and that footage got deleted. So the beginning of this video might look a little different than the rest of it. I'm sorry for that. Things happen, and so hopefully we'll all end up looking okay once it gets edited. Last month I feel like I didn't have that many favorites, and this month is completely different. I don't know what it was. I tried out a ton of new things. I revisited some of my old favorites, and I have like a lot of things to share with you guys. So I don't really want to waste any time. We'll just go right into it. The first item that I wanted to talk about is actually a skincare item. It's been a long time since I've talked about a skincare item just because you guys know I've been on my skin journey. I'm still kind of playing it safe with products, but this face mask has really been great. My skin seems to really like it. I keep using it, so I wanted to share it with you guys. It's the Origins Clear Improvement Charcoal Honey Mask to Purify and Nourish. This is a beautiful mask. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell it through the camera. It smells like honey. It has kind of a gold sheen to it. It's not too thick, and I feel like it dries pretty quickly. It also rinses off really nicely. The thing I like about this is it kind of has the properties of a charcoal mask, which would draw out impurities, but also there's the honey that helps to kind of hydrate and nourish at the same time. So that's what I really like about this. I kind of get the benefits for my acne, but it also doesn't dry me out, especially since I'm using a lot of different like acids and different skincare right now that kind of is exfoliating my skin, and some of it makes my skin very dry. So I've been absolutely loving this mask. It is so beautiful. I know a lot of you on Instagram, when I asked you what your favorite homemade masks were, you said charcoal and honey. So I've never actually tried making that myself, but this one is kind of just that, already pre-made, already pre-done with a pretty gold glitter in it. And I think this is where the rest of the video kicks in, so let's just cue the rest of the video. So the next product I've been loving is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Defense. This is basically like a sunscreen, but it protects against UVA light and UVB, which means that it protects against blue light from your screens, like your laptop or your phone, as well as the sun. So I've been using this every single day just to protect my skin underneath makeup, but besides that, I feel like it really is a great makeup primer. I'm wearing it today, and I feel like it just has a nice consistency to where it kind of smooths out my skin and leaves a little bit of a radiance. Because this has titanium dioxide and zinc oxide in it as the sunscreen, it does kind of leave a white cast at first, but once you kind of blend it out and press it into the skin, it really goes away and just kind of evens out the skin tone. I've been loving this, like loving this, especially in conjunction with another product I'm going to talk about next, but it's such a good product. I've been loving this. Complexion Rescue, the original one, is one of my favorite things ever. I actually haven't tried it with the original Complexion Rescue. I need to, but this is just a great everyday kind of protective product that I apply to my skin. It is so good. So I have another primer that you might not be shocked about because I've been talking about it quite a bit. Every single time I wear this, I feel like I get compliments on my skin. And you guys know my skin by itself is not the greatest. It is improving, don't get me wrong. I'm trying really hard, and you guys know I'm seeing an esthetician and things like that, but the Mercier Foundation Primer Radiance is so good. I love this because it provides your skin with a really radiant finish, but it doesn't look sparkly at all, which is so beautiful. And it kind of peers through, is that the word? Peeks through your foundation. It is so pretty, and I feel like it's also not too greasy or oily, which is something that I really appreciate. So you're able to get that glowy kind of skin effect without looking oily or greasy, you know? It's so beautiful. I'm also wearing this. I put it on the outsides of my face so that I have a nice little glow on the outside, and then I put the Complexion Rescue Defense all over my face first, and then I layered that kind of on top today. So I've been loving this primer, you guys. It's been sitting in my drawer for a really long time. I don't know what made me pull it out recently, but I'm so happy I did because it's a gorgeous product. It really is. Love it. So I have, I'm dropping things left and right. I can't reach it. No. Okay, so next I have a complexion product to talk about. Well, another one, since those were also complexion products, but I've been obsessed with the Thrive Cosmetics Buildable Blur CC Cream. Now I'm holding up two because I discovered that my perfect shade is in between two colors, which is crazy because this shade range is actually really beautiful. It's one of the best shade ranges in a CC cream that I have ever seen. But my skin tone is so unique with such a certain like undertone that I do mix these to get my perfect shade. This is what I'm wearing wearing on my skin today. This is something that I've been grabbing for every day. It's not going to be something that's going to last you hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. It does last a very long time, but by like hour 12, it starts to kind of separate around my nose, which is normal for a lot of foundations. The coverage and longevity on this is really nice considering it's a CC cream. This also has SPF 35, and this too protects from blue light as well as the sun's rays, which is great. So I've really been liking to kind of layer these two products up for every day just for like the ultimate protection and natural coverage. I really, really like it. Something about this underneath this is really beautiful. It preps the skin perfectly, and this sits on top of it really nicely. So if you're somebody that likes a more light coverage, medium coverage kind of product, you would absolutely love this. You can build it up to a full coverage, don't get me wrong. I just personally prefer a little bit less these days. And so I've been kind of doing like a light and medium coverage, spot concealing where I need to, but this is a gorgeous product, you guys. Plus the packaging is great. You have a pump on the end. It's such a good CC cream. I've really been loving this. So I have a couple other things from Thrive that I wanted to tell you about. I don't know why I have lipstick everywhere. I think it's because I traveled with these recently and they got a little bit dirty, but Thrive recently came out with the Filtered Effects Soft Focus HD Setting Powder. You guys, this is so good. It's only been available for a few days now, but I've actually had the chance to try it out for several weeks. It's been a while, so I'm really familiar with it. I love the packaging on this. There's kind of a plastic stopper in it, then you open it up to a mesh layer, and then that dips down into the powder. I love how that's there. So it prevents powder going everywhere, especially when you're traveling. This is the powder that I have underneath my eyes and in the T-zone today. It is gorgeous, and it really does give that blurring, kind of smoothing effect. It's also very long wearing, and it's just an all-around great translucent powder. Some of you guys may know that a couple weeks ago I went to LA and met up with the Thrive team. I met the CEO and she is just incredible. And I was kind of asking her about this translucent powder, and she said that she tested it on tons of different women from all different skin tone ranges. And she was originally thinking of launching different shades, but everybody who tried this loved the translucent matte. No matter how fair they were or no matter how deep their skin tone was, this translucent powder really looked great on everybody. So I think that's something to mention as well, because some translucent powders can look a little bit gray on deeper skin tones. This won't do that. It's such a great powder, you guys, honestly. And it's one of the softest powders I've ever felt in my life. It also has hyaluronic acid in it, so it's like a hydrating powder. I don't even know how that's possible, but it's such a good product, you guys. Love it. The other thing from Thrive that I'm absolutely loving is their sponge. This is such a unique sponge. Sorry, this one's dirty, but I love the flat end and the pointed edge. It allows me to get really up close into these areas right here. And when you wet the sponge, which I used one to apply my makeup today, it has the perfect bounce and consistency. That's a fun comparison. This is what it looks like dry. This is what it looks like wet. So it does expand quite a bit when it's wet. Another thing I really love about this sponge is it doesn't seem to suck up too much product. It's honestly one of the best sponges I've ever tried. When I clean it, it cleans so easily. I really love this. The shape is so unique. It's one of my favorite sponges, honestly, that I've ever tried. So I've been obsessed with this as well. Thrive Cosmetics just keeps coming out with killer products, you guys. Like, seriously, you know that I've loved their Ray bronzer for so long. That's what I'm wearing again today. I think I've had like, gosh, it's probably been a month that I've worn that bronzer alone. Like, I love that bronzer so much. So I don't know, they just keep killing it with the complexion products, and I have to share it with you guys because I truly, truly, truly love everything that I've tried so far, especially these complexion products I've been obsessed with right now. I actually have another translucent powder that I really love. This is from Mercier. It's the translucent loose setting powder, but it has the glowy finish. This is the lighter shade. There are two shades that come in this powder. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with the original translucent powder from Mercier. It's a classic powder. It is so good. Every single time I travel, I take that with me because I know it's foolproof. If I need my makeup to like last all day long, I always grab that powder. This though is the same kind of idea, but again, it gives you like a really nice glow. So what I do is I'll put a translucent powder in the center of the face, and then recently I've been putting this on the outside of the face. I'm trying to find an area where you can see it well. Okay, so the radiant powder is over here. It's actually like very powdery. I don't know. It probably looks like it's super dewy and maybe a little bit tacky, but my entire complexion right now is actually super powdery. So I like to apply this on the outer portions of the face every single time I wear this, I get a lot of compliments again on my skin. I don't know, something about the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer and this like makes my complexion look so healthy and glowy. So I love the fact that you're able to get a radiant finish in a powder, and it's really natural. It has a little bit more of a golden sheen to it, which I really like. It makes me kind of look more sun-kissed in a way, but this is such a unique product and I've really been loving it. I've been using it pretty much almost every day, especially on special occasions where I just want that extra oomph, you know, and I kind of go the extra mile with a few of my steps. I will definitely pick this up and use it. It is so beautiful. Guys, I've got some eyeshadows to talk about, okay? I have 3 palettes and then like a single eyeshadow that I'm obsessed with. I love it so much. The first eyeshadow palette that I'm really just in love with is the KKW Beauty. It just says eyeshadow palette. I don't know if this is like the summer palette or what, but here's what it looks like. I did an entire review on this eyeshadow palette and the entire collection, but every time I travel, I find myself taking this with me and it is so beautiful. I'm wearing this shade as my transition today and this shade kind of along the lash line as an eyeliner. The thing I love about this is you're able to create really nice warm toned looks, peachy looks, throw in a little mustard yellow if you want to, but also you can go kind of like a mauve-y direction, like an ethereal mauve-y look, kind of like the one I'm wearing today. And I just think it's so versatile. The formula is beautiful. I don't know, I love it. I know it's a neutral palette and I said this in my review video, but it inspires me, you guys. Like, this is one of the best color stories of a neutral palette that I've personally ever seen, and I can't get enough of it. I was debating talking about the next 2 eyeshadow palettes because they're so expensive. So expensive. Oh my gosh, like I tried them out before knowing the price because they were sent to me and I was like obsessed, which you'll see why in a second. And I went online to check the price and it's kind of outrageous, but my heart flutters when I use them and when I see them, so I thought I would share it with you guys anyway, just in case you want to splurge on an eyeshadow quad, okay? These are from NARS. They are limited edition, which makes me so sad. Why is it that every amazing product, especially from NARS, I feel like is limited edition? I don't know. But they made 2 eyeshadow quads. You may have seen this on my Instagram when I unboxed this package, but I especially have been in love with Singapore. I mean, let's just take a moment. I'm not even gonna say anything, just look. You guys, this palette is so beautiful. I think I've said a few times, but I am somebody who really enjoys wearing glitter on my eyes, even on an everyday basis. If it's just like a wash of something in the crease and then just like boop, 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 pat it on the eyelid and it just looks so ethereal. It's a detail that I feel like is mesmerizing. I don't know. I love it. There are 2 glittery shades. This one has a little bit of glitter as well. And then there's a gorgeous cranberry satin shade. I'm wearing this kind of on the outer corners, well, the outer V of my eye today. And I'm wearing a little bit of this glitter shade, but there's another glitter that I'm even more obsessed with that I'm going to talk about. But you guys, this palette inspires me. I love it so much. And the NARS formula is beautiful. They also launched another one that I feel like is gorgeous as well. It's a little more like everyday. If I had to choose between the 2, I think I would go with Singapore, but I want to show you this one anyway because I do find myself using this too. This is in the shade Mojave, and it's more of like just the dark browns. You've got a gorgeous gold, you have a nice champagne sheen, and then this gorgeous kind of taupey glitter. So this is beautiful too. I seriously was debating not talking about it, but I had to because they're so good. Oh, this one gets me. I really hope that they make these permanent because I've been taking this everywhere with me, you guys. I've been traveling a lot this month, and this palette, and this one, but this palette for sure has been going with me. And I feel like that purple is just beautiful. I don't know. I had to share it. So there you go. The bougie NARS palettes. Gorgeous. Okay, this I'm so excited about. I first heard about these from Katie Jane Hughes, who is one of my favorite makeup artists on Instagram. I actually got to meet her, was it a month ago? It was a while back, okay? And she's just so inspiring to me. The way she does makeup is so unique and so different than what you typically see, not only just on Instagram, but just from most makeup artists that I follow. She just takes a different approach, she's inspiring, and she always raves about this product. This was actually sent to me as well. It's from the brand called Bodyography. That's not a brand that I'm super familiar with, and they sent me a few other products too that I'm dying to try after I fell in love with this. This is the Bodyography Glitter Pigment in the shade Sparkler. Yes. Do you see my eyelids? That is what I have on my eyelids. I can't stop wearing this. I can't stop wearing this glitter pigment. The difference between this and any of the glitter pigments from the NARS eyeshadow palettes is just it's more. You can build it up, you can do it really subtle if you want, but it just packs a punch when it comes to glitter. It is beautiful. I love that I can use this kind of as a glitter topper if I just want a little bit of something, but I can also really pack it on and it almost turns foiled. This is such a nice everyday. Obviously you can see how much I love glitter for everyday. It's kind of like a gold, but it also has peachy pink reflex in it, and it is just beautiful. It's even better than, guys, I'm gonna say it. It's better than the Natasha Denona Crystal Top Coat in the shade Nude. Like, way better, in my opinion, and quite a bit cheaper. Maybe not quite a bit. I think these are $23. Ugh, maybe I should check that before I say that out loud. Everything will be linked down below along with the prices. So yes, it is a little bit pricey for a glitter topper, but at the same time, no, it's not, because it just amps up your eye look so much. It makes me feel expensive. It makes me feel luxurious. I am obsessed. This comes in a lot of different shades and I am dying to try other shades. I actually have one other one that they sent me that I want to do a makeup look with or a tutorial with, and I'm super inspired by the color. It's probably going to be in one of my fall tutorials just because it's more of like a green gold color. Oh, it's beautiful. I can't stop talking about it. It's just the best. Okay, I have a drugstore item. I feel like I've been using the same like ride or die, tried and true drugstore products, and I just, you know, need to obviously go and see if I can find anything else that I can maybe share with you guys in next favorites video. But I love this. This is the Flower Beauty Flower Pots Powder Blush in the shade Peach Primrose. I can't stop using it. It's beautiful. I want to get all the other shades. I have Sweet Pea and this one is just the perfect peachy everyday blush. It is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, and oh, it's so beautiful. I'm a blush girl. You guys know that, and I try a lot of different blushes. How long was that there? I try a lot of different blushes, both high-end and drugstore, and I seem to reach for this formula over so many of my blushes. So, such a good find. It really feels luxe. The color and pigment is there. It's buttery. It blends out like a dream. I just can't say enough about it. It's so beautiful, and I will be going and picking up the other two shades. I think there's 2 more shades. I need them. I do. The other thing I want to mention is the Dose of Colors times I Love Serie Nude Chica Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is what I'm wearing today. It's such a good nude. It lasts all day long. Moving into fall, I feel like I'm going to be going back to my liquid lipsticks, and so I'm really happy that I have this one for like an everyday kind of color, you know what I mean? It's beautiful. If you haven't tried Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, you really need to. They're some of my favorite formulas of liquid lipsticks. Yeah, Dose of Colors and Physicians Formula Healthy Liquid Lip and the Balm liquid lipsticks are also incredible. Those are probably like my top 3 formulas of liquid lipsticks. And so yeah, this shade is beautiful. It's a nude. I know a lot of you guys love just kind of an everyday color for every day. Obviously. And I've been getting a lot of use out of this, so I wanted to mention that as well. So I have a couple more products that I kind of want to do like a shout out to. These are products that I've used before and they've kind of just like come back into my life and I've become re-obsessed. So one of those products is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealers. I recently picked up new bottles of this, but it wasn't until this month that I started to really use them again. I'm wearing them under my eyes. I also used it on blemishes. It's just a really nice, everyday, natural, like perfect consistency concealer. It's beautiful. I forgot how much I loved it. I've been using this for years. Just wanted to kind of give it a shout out because I know a lot of you guys have heard me talk about it and maybe you've used it before. It's not a new product by any means, but I had to kind of re-mention it because I've been grabbing it so much. The other thing is the Precisely My Brow brow pencil from Benefit. I've been using this for a really long time as well. However, they recently expanded their shade range, so I want to give a shout out to shade 3.5. It's what I have in my brows today, and I feel like it's so much easier for me on an everyday basis to fill my brows with this shade versus 4. Shade number 4, for some reason, I can get really heavy-handed with easily, so if I have time, I like to use that shade, but for every day, I want to give a shout out to shade 3.5. Love it, love it, love it. Also, I've rekindled my love for the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. This is gorgeous, and it's what I'm wearing today. I took this with me to LA. This was the only highlighter that I brought, and it just kind of made me like fall back in love with it. This is something that I keep using, and it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. Whew! Alright, you guys, that is it. I know that was a lot of products. As always, please comment down below letting me know what you guys have been loving this month. I feel like there's still things that I forgot about because this month, for some reason, I was able to try a lot of new products, and I also fell back in love with a lot of my old favorites. So yeah, I hope you guys find this video helpful. Again, everything's going to be linked down below. If you are new here, please join the family by hitting the subscribe button. I would love to have you on board. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified every single time I post, click on the bell after you subscribe, and that'll just mean you'll be a part of the notification squad, so you'll get a little notification on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays when I post my videos. So join the notification squad if you haven't already, and I think that's it, you guys. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!